Hello PWR members, and welcome to another Power Minute. Today we have a very special Power Minute for you, live from Dana Point, the Ritz-Carlton, and our scenery behind us. And we have a special guest, Dales Stinton, the CEO of NAR, all the way from Chicago. We're really sorry to bring you out here.
Yeah, this is tough duty. Thank you very much.
Dale, let me ask you, what keeps you up at night?
Oh boy, for me, I think the number one priority of NAR and the number one issue that we have is where's the money going to come from in the future? Where's capital formation going to be in 3 to 5 years for home ownership? You know, if it's not the student loan debt crisis, which is now $1.2 trillion, or threats to the 30-year mortgage, or is Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac going to be around in the future? For me, it's all about preserving all of those secondary market opportunities so that the young folks of this country can eventually afford to buy a home. And if the young folks can't buy,
it's the trickle-up effect.
It's the trickle-up effect.
And you mentioned that the United States is the only country that has a 30-year mortgage.
Right. You know, most of Europe, most of these other countries actually are far more rental economies than they are home ownership economies. Even Canada has a 5-year ARM program where their mortgages reset every 5 years. So we're the only ones that have managed to maintain the 30-year fixed mortgage. I can remember a couple dozen years ago they talked about 40 and 50-year mortgages, and of course then the collapse came and they started talking about you got to get rid of that. That's the bane. And of course it was underwriting practices and nothing to do with the length of time. But that 30-year mortgage is key, I think, to our economy.
So basically, if you can't afford a house, then there's no real estate market to sell.
Yeah, right, exactly. And that 30-year mortgage is what allows people to spread out those payments in a way that the middle class, the blue-collar workers of this country, and those solid middle-class people can continue to buy homes.
Right, well, that's very important. And you know, I want to take a minute to tell you that NAR has sponsored RPR. And a lot of agents and brokers out there are not using RPR. As a matter of fact, in Pacific West, we found that about 14% of our members use RPR. And if you haven't done that, you need to do it because it's a great program. Dale, just real quick, RPR.
RPR, Realtors Property Resource. We started it about 6 or 7 years ago. It is a parcel-centric database of every property in the United States. 166 million parcels of property with tax record data, geographic data, traffic pattern data, you name it, it's all in there, and it's for you as a service of NAR. It doesn't cost you a thing.
So if you haven't tried RPR, do it today. Dale, thank you for coming all the way out here.
Thank you very much.
Hope to see you again.
Thank you.
Thank you.